I don't claim to know anything about makeup, so please don't use this as a tutorial. It's just me chatting to you about how terrible I am at weight loss while I'm putting my face on, so you've been warned. Guys, welcome back to my channel. We are getting ready together. I am going out today. I'm not going out far, just going to mum's. We've got more table stuff to do today, so you know, I'm gonna be a bit glammed up for table stuff, but that's okay. I want you guys to remember that I'm not a makeup artist and that I am gonna have to keep looking past you to my mirror. I've already put all my toner and my cleanser on, just in case anyone was interested. Knock my sippy cup over. This is the cleanser that I use, which is the rose petal cleanser, and this is the toner, which is the apricot one. I know a lot of people say don't use toner because if you've got a good enough cleanser, you don't need toner, but that toner just smells amazing. So for me, it's worth it just for that. So anyway, this is my eye serum. It's the Elemis eye serum. We're using it. We want less baggy eyes, I guess. We just want less baggy everything really, don't we? But less baggy eyes. Anyway, how have you guys been this week? I've had a shit week, really, to be honest. If I'm honest, I've had a shit week. Ooh, I need to poke myself in the eye then. It's not been the best. Food-wise, emotion-wise. Don't get me wrong, I had a couple of good times, but that's not really the point. I'm gonna use my marine oil next, just in case anyone was wondering. So I am struggling. I think that's the thing. I think if anyone who knows me and knows what I'm like, I have to be quick, otherwise this leaks all down my face. Anyone who knows me can tell that I am struggling with my weight loss, and I think that's quite obvious. I've been struggling with unplanned things. I'm very all or nothing, and if I'm doing great then I'm really good and I can be really on it and focused and just doing everything I need to do. But when I'm not, I'm really not, and I'm very, one thing can be the difference between me being on it and being good and just ruining my diet altogether. This is my new Daily Defense SPF. You remember me saying about my face burning in the sun? Well, this is a especially sun protection for your face type situation. Anyway, a lot of people in my life, a lot of people around me, the ones who know about my weight loss situation, know that I'm struggling. They can tell that I'm struggling because I think it doesn't take a genius to work it out. But if you know us, you'll know that we're quite a close-knit family. We're all very close and look out for each other and talk to each other and stuff like that. And so I've got quite a lot of my family who watch my YouTube and stuff now, and they can tell, they can see that I'm struggling. And I had a whole conversation with my mum yesterday about just how I'm just not good with this. I'm not good at losing weight because I get so distracted by things. So things like Chinese, things like cake, things like having meals at work, things like going out with friends. As soon as I do those things, it kind of derails me from all of the other hard work that I've done. I'm just going to use my BB cream. And I have been really struggling over the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. I'm trying, I think that's the thing, I'm very trying, and I look ridiculous. I'm trying to lose the weight. I really want to lose the weight. I've had someone, I'm not going to say who, in my life just say to me, you obviously don't want to lose the weight enough, you need to try harder, you obviously don't want it enough, you obviously don't want to lose the weight enough. It's really not that. I really want to lose the weight, and anyone who knows me knows I really want to lose the weight. I just really struggle, like really do struggle, and everything, like I'm doing everything I can to try and give myself the best start. I think the thing is, like, every week we sit here, don't we, and I say, oh, well, it's gonna be better this week. And it just hasn't been, and it doesn't seem to be getting better. So this week, we'll talk about this week. So this week, last catched up with you guys on Sunday, and we were going to the vegan market, which was really nice and was a really good time. Everyone had a really nice time. We went with Claire and Sophie and Alex. We didn't really eat too bad while we were there. We had some crepes, which were quite nice, and a pasty, which was good. And then we came home and we had a barbecue here, which wasn't, you know, it wasn't too bad, like in terms of food wise, it was pretty good. And then Monday. So Monday we were doing the table. I told you guys, like, we're building a table, and it was a long process and things weren't going exactly how we wanted them to. And so we ended up ordering a Papa John's. Papa John's is my arch nemesis. He is a terrible person. He's so easy to order. That's the problem. It's so easy to order a pizza and I don't have to do anything, and it's just there and it's convenient. And when you've had a stressful day, that's kind of, you know, what you want, something easy, something convenient, and that's kind of my problem. So we had pizza and it was fine. Tuesday, I went to work and I had an okay-ish day. It was quite difficult. Like, patients were difficult to deal with, but that's okay. And I just came home and couldn't be bothered to cook, I think was the problem. Even though I'd got like things that I planned out, because I planned my meals in advance, I still just couldn't be bothered to cook. And I was like, no, we'll have something else. Anyway, turns out Richard wasn't very hungry. Now I've lost my little brush, what the hell? Richard wasn't very hungry and I fancied Indian, so I was like, oh, well, just order an Indian then. Why? Had an Indian on Tuesday, so that was that. Then on Wednesday, I went to Mum's, which was fine. We had a nice little cake session moment with Kirsty, and that was really nice. Kirsty and Claire and Mum, and like we had coffee and cake and stuff, which was really nice. But then after that, Kirsty and I decided that we were going to go and get dinner. I am going to have to like look into my mirror to do my eye makeup. I'm sorry that I haven't really been looking at you guys very much during this video, so I apologise. And we went out for dinner. And I had a salad, to be fair. But a prezzo salad is not really, I mean, it's a salad, isn't it? But is it healthy? Anyway, had the prezzo salad, and then that was fine. We didn't have dessert either, which is, you know, pretty shocking for me and Kirsty, really. I'm still not used to doing eyebrows. Like, it's still a weird concept to me to do anything to my eyebrows, so just ignore that. So anyway, we went to Prezzo and we had dinner there. Thursday was okay. Well, no, actually Thursday we didn't have any dinner at all, like no dinner at all. Neither one of us was like particularly like hungry for a meal, I guess, and we just decided not to have dinner. And we just had some snacks while we were playing D&D with our friends, and there was no dinner. And then Friday I went to London with Sophie, which we obviously knew about and we had planned for, and that was a good time and we had a really nice time. We actually didn't eat that much while we were there because we were too busy going to all these different bakeries to try and get like cake. But that was a really good time and that was fine, and that was like planned ahead. Do you know what I mean? Like we planned to do it. Ew. So that was a bit different because it wasn't like a spur of the moment thing. Spur of the moment things really throw me off, because a spur of the moment like dinner or something can just make me give up for the whole rest of the week, really. which is a bit sad and obviously is not ideal, but that's just my mentality. It's just what I'm like. So anyway, so then Friday we got all these bakery items, delish, but then got home after the train, like we got all these like cute bakery items and stuff, and it was very nice. And I couldn't be bothered to cook because I've been in London all day. So I ordered a kebab. And realistically, for any normal person to have like 4 different takeaways in a week is bad, or like 4 different meals out is bad. Like for me, it's really bad because I'm, you know, supposed to be trying, well that came out a bit darker than I thought it was going to be, to lose this weight, and yet here I am sabotaging myself with, you know, basically every takeaway I could get my hands on. And so yeah, that didn't go too well. It's not been a great food week for me, and I'm so annoyed at myself because last week I was like, oh, I'm gonna do really well this week, I'm not gonna have loads of distractions, I planned my meals out, and I had. That's the annoying thing. The annoying thing is I had planned all my meals out and I did know what I was going to be having each day, and somehow just ignored it. So anyway, fast forward to this morning when I stepped on the scales. Now, none of us are going to be surprised to hear that Alan gained weight this week. Of course I did, because I ate shit. What I was surprised about, and it's probably a good job I'm doing my makeup, because if I wasn't doing my makeup I'd probably be crying about it, is that when I stepped on the scales this morning I weighed 20 stone and 1 pound, which means that in this week, in this 1 week, where I have eaten shit and not paid any attention, oh I got that brush in my eye, and paid no attention to my weight, I have managed to gain half a stone. And that's pretty shitty. I'm at 12 minutes already and I haven't really spoken to you guys about what's going on properly, but yeah, so this week I've gained half a stone, and that actually now puts me like a pound above where I started at the beginning of this year, and that is very, it's hard, it's shit. Like I feel shit, like as if I wasn't like demotivated enough, struggling enough as it is now, you know, and it's no one else's fault, it's like entirely my own fault. I didn't need to eat all of the things I ate, like it's entirely on me, but my way of dealing with stress, my way of dealing with like life is to eat, and that can't happen. Like I need to focus on what I want, and I want to lose the weight. Like people, you know, saying you don't want to lose it enough, I really do, I really do. I just struggle. And so yeah, this morning was hard. I cried and decided that I needed to film my video. Two other things. So one other thing that happened this week is that, do you remember last week when I said that I was gonna get I wish I had the measurements for my dress. So I'm gonna put my eyeliner on. It's still not as good as Claire's, let's be real. I got the measurement, I wanted the measurements for my dress, didn't I? It said I wish I'd taken the measurements for my dress, like I wish I'd written down what my measurements were, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I put my video up and I went to St Albans, which wasn't a problem. And on my way, my mummy, she messaged me and she said, why don't you just ask the dress people if they've got the measurements? Genius. Mind blown. Literally, I was like, obviously. So anyway, I messaged Sarah at the dress shop this week. I can't do this while I'm talking, can I? And she replied and she said, yeah, we've got your measurements, I'll give them to you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I also asked for the measurements for the dress, like itself, like the actual dress, like what its measurements were, like, you know. Eyeliner is so hard to do. Claire, teach me your ways. Anyway, shit. So I contacted them. Sarah said, yeah, I'll send over your dress measurements and like the actual measurements for the dress. And I was like, okay, cool. So Sarah sends me over the dress measurements and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is cool. Let's see where I am in relation to the dress. It's not good, lads. It's not good. So the dress is about 3.5 to 4 inches smaller than Alan. Yeah. So obviously there's no way I'm gonna lose 3 inches by the 29th of May unless I literally either have some like massive liposuction or just start hacking bits of my body off. So I know that realistically that dress probably won't fit me when I go to pick it up, and that's okay. I think I would rather know that now, and realistically, I mean, I've just put on 1/2 stone in a week and I've been shit on my weight loss, so of course I knew the dress probably wasn't going to fit me anyway, but knowing in advance that the dress definitely won't fit me is a good thing, I guess. Like, it's shitty, don't get me wrong, and I feel crap about it, but at least I know in advance, because there would be nothing worse than getting there thinking that I'm going to fit in this dress and then actually just being monstrously huge. So I that was a real kick up the arse. Obviously stepping on the scales this morning was my second kick up the arse for this week. So already I have been given a plan. Okay, so my aunt, you hear me talk about her a lot on this channel. My aunt watches my videos. As I said earlier, we're a very tight-knit family. We're all very close. We share a lot of information. Actually, I don't know if I did say that, but we are. And they know that I'm struggling, and they know that I'm, you know, finding it difficult. And so she messaged my mum, or she saw my mum maybe in the week, I think. Anyway, either way, they met up. And she was like, Ali's videos make me laugh. And I was like, cool, that is the idea. But she's sad for me, and it's because she can see that I'm struggling, and she can see that I'm, you know, not getting, that's an art, isn't it? Talking and putting your lipstick on. Alison needs to pay more attention in class and stop talking. Story of my life. She sort of spoke to my mum, and she was like, I can see that she's really trying, but obviously not really getting where she needs to be. Yummy. And she's obviously struggling, and like I am, we all know that. So she has come up with a motivator. For every pound that I can lose, she is going to match me. She's gonna give me £1. And I managed to find this very cute, I'll put a picture here, like as a dress makeshift like pound holder, I guess, for putting pounds in when you lose £1. Like, the idea is like getting the pound to fit in the dress, like, sort of thing. And I was like, okay, cool. That sounds good. Like, if I lose £1, she'll give me £1. Great, fantastic. If I gain £1, I have to pay her £1. It doesn't sound so fun, does it? But hey, like, it's motivation, isn't it? It's gonna work. So from this week, I already owe Donna £7. So yeah, that's a bit shit. But anyway, I am going to be pound for pound matching with my aunt. So for every £1 that I lose, she will give me £1. And for every £1 that I gain, I have to give her £1. Obviously, if I maintain, nothing happens. That is the goal. That's the idea. I spent all of yesterday sorting through my cupboard, sorting through everything that was in my house, all of my sweet treats and stuff, because honestly, I was on FaceTime to my mum, and she was just shocked, and she was laughing with me because obviously I was laughing, I was trying to make light heart of it, but just the amount of crap that I have in my house, the amount of rubbish food and chocolate and all sorts that I had in my house was ridiculous. So I went through all of my cupboards and I have literally stripped them bare, basically. I've taken all of the crap out, so it's not in my view, it's not there for me to find all the time. So if I am having like a bad day, I'm gonna have to find something else to do with my time. If I do go out with my friends and have a meal, then that will be what happens, and that is where it will stop. I won't come home and carry on eating chocolates and sweets and things at home because I won't have them here. That's the idea. The idea is that I need to stop facilitating myself and Rich, because I am definitely a feeder. So this week we are trying again, because basically we're back to day bloody one, aren't we? Because now I weigh the same as I did when I started. So this week really need to be on it, and what I'm actually going to try and do is I'm going to try and film every day. I'm going to try and film a little bit every day of what I'm eating, how I'm feeling, so I can sort of like see what sort of emotions, what sort of things were happening that maybe made me sort of feel like I wanted to go and eat like 5 Kinder bars and a Happy Hippo, you know. So that's the plan, that's what we're going to do. Sorry to the people in my life who now might be accidentally part of my videos because I'm filming all the time. But that's the plan. The plan is to pound match with my aunt for every pound and to just start again. I've got rid of all of the crap, everything's gone, and we're just gonna start afresh. So I hope that you guys are all doing well. I really appreciate all of the care and the support that I get from you guys, and just knowing that you guys watch my videos gives me a motivation that I need to keep going, because I think I've been guilty of it in the past, like just giving up because no one else knows. So yeah, so I appreciate you guys. I hope that you guys are all well, and I will see you next week. Bye. I'm still pretty sure I spent most of the time just looking behind you and down, but hey, it was a get ready with me sort of thing, and my eyeliner is still not as good as Claire's. Sad.